Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to Hold the Ball. Game, set, and match. Broncos winning 44 points to 12. Look, it's probably easy for me to perhaps, chomp into the negatives of the game, particularly from a Warriors lens, but I really want to try and just first and foremost, tip my hat to the Broncos. They were good. You guys were good. You guys were sensational. The team and your fans, you guys should enjoy that win. There's not too much there to throw in regards to, to them. That's it. As for the Warriors, look, I really thought we would have had a bit more punch and fight than that. I really thought the scoreline didn't do us justice, but at the same time, I suppose probably showed some glaring problems we've had all season, particularly against really good teams. The game, obviously the Warriors struck first through Dylan Watt and Selesniak, and then, the Broncos, and then back to us, and I suppose a little bit of a back-to-back, back forth, and obviously the Warriors only able to score, the 3 tries at the end. Look, I thought for mine that the intensity we were able to match in some parts of the game, but ultimately the Broncos exposed us. Defense has been such a priority of ours, and it's really devastating that the Broncos were able to nullify that and sort of, well, not even just nullify it, they basically blew us out the park, really. Whether that was, second phase footy, which we saw galore, or just break tackle, line breaks. It just wasn't enough from the Warriors from a defensive standpoint, really, and we didn't have any answers for it. Errors didn't help as well. It really didn't, but it's all cliche, but at the end, we were our own worst enemy. Our completion rate was poor as well at the end. But yeah, no, there's not much to say or do there. The scoreline is disappointing. I will say it is disappointing. It wasn't good. I really wanted us to be a bit more competitive than that, and it wasn't to be. Wasn't to be at all. Broncos do good there. Obviously now the questions come. Obviously Sirenen is now out. RTS comes next year, right? Right. Because in rugby league, professional sport, the turnover after a loss, particularly the season ends, is quick. That's it. It's a business. So now we look to the future. But in saying that, just looking at them now quickly, I want to say I'm so proud of the Warriors. I want to say that this season has been such a magical experience. There was no expectation. There was no real sense of weight being put on their shoulders. It was more so, let's just see what Andrew Webster can do, and we'll just go from there. Well, we saw what happened. He took us to a prelim, and we were just 80 minutes away from being in grand final. I thought this season was a spectacular season. I'll be doing some end of season stuff as well, so please bear with me there. But review and all. But I just need to say though, I'm so just grateful for the Warriors, Webster, the lads, the fans too. We've all sort of really united as one, and really showed everyone what we can do as a fan base. But more importantly, showing everyone what Warriors footy is about. The up the wires, I don't think will die anytime soon. I think that's going to be hot and ready for next year. But yeah, I just want to say I'm so pleased. Like, ultimately, I'm pleased. Like, despite the sadness and despite myself, shedding a tear or two through my life, I really just, I suppose it's from a place of gratitude and thankfulness, despite the result. It's sad and it's a tough pill to swallow. But at the end, you sort of come away from it thinking, the platform has been set, has been laid for next year, and it's looking good. It's looking bright. Like, our hurdles this year really have been trying to beat challenging teams. We haven't done it. We didn't pull it off against any of the top 4 teams this year. We didn't. So that's one thing to sort of look at and try to mitigate, get over. But in saying that, just quickly before I close this, one more time, I want to say, shout out to the Warriors, up the wires. I want to thank you for the season. Despite the low, I still think it's a fairy tale ending nonetheless, and one we can build on. It's what can you say? The Broncos were up for it. They were ready. They were hungry. They demoralized us really, I think, throughout the game. And despite some rough calls, despite this and that, ultimately we weren't really in it. Right? From our halves to our forward pack, A lot's left to be desired, I think, in that 5'8" position. I'll just say discreetly. But anyway, that'll be left in the season review. I will leave that there for now. Thank you. I love this club, and I love you guys for supporting me. Thank you, and up the wires, and you'll see me very soon. And yeah, despite this loss, I think it's a good time for reflection and a good moment to be proud of what we've done. And I hope you guys can really reflect on the season too and feel the same, because the season has been beautiful, it's been magical, it's been wonderful, and we'll be back. Up the wires. Hold the ball.